Hey everybody, it's FA. Been about a month and a half since I did this, and this will be kind of short, kind of long, depending on what I want to get into right now. If you follow me on like my Facebook, there are some that are going to watch this to see me on Facebook. You already know one of the things that ended up happening to me, and then cut again. But if you don't, yeah, I kind of am unemployed again. You don't hear it today. Man, did I hear it on Christmas. I was still sick. I basically have been sick since like 15th or something like that, and just actually bringing up something on and that's taken a lot of drain on me, and I started missing a lot of work, and I worked at a call center, so you know how forgiving they are. Full story is I had to take off probably about a week's worth of time, and come Monday the 22nd I realized they were probably going to can me. So I put in a resignation notice, and lo and behold, I got a call later that afternoon, early evening, saying, yeah, I know you've been calling in and talking to your supervisor, but I'm like, wait, I sent in an email earlier to see about leaving on good terms. She's like, really? Turns out the people that I sent it to, both of them, out sick. Kind of fitting. So yeah, that was Monday. And that breakaway was due to a coughing fit. Yeah, I'm totally well. Absolutely right now. So not deterred, I mean, since past Sunday I've been already looking. I knew it was coming. Moreover, if you know, you're like, oh, you should have still come in. I did try last Wednesday. Like it would have been a week before Christmas Eve. And basically I tried to do as little work as possible. That's how bad it was. But moreover, that time off would have ridden me all the way to next year. That's the way Pace and Volt work things out. That's me slapping the knees for some reason. Yeah, so that's how Pace and Volt worked out. And so I was going to be writing 365 days without being able to take even one more day off, period, for absence. Yeah, I was kind of screwed. I was kind of screwed. So I'm back out looking again. You know, still taking cough syrup right now. I'm looking over at it after that little coughing fit. But yeah, so I mean, that kind of put a damper on, you know, Christmas, New Year's, though. You know, what can you do? I mean, seriously, what can you fucking do? You tell me. You're like, oh no, work through it. No. I don't think you understand. At least 2 days I was out because I couldn't speak or practically swallow. Yeah, that's how sore my throat was. So anyways, that gives me a lot more time for other things right now. One of which was an idea. Now, somewhere on the screen, maybe over here, Jeff, when you're editing on YouTube, put a link to a particular video, and also put it down in the description, to this lady. She just goes by Candid Mommy. I guess her name's Jen. And I say that because I really wasn't following her channel, but like about a month ago, just randomly on my like YouTube recommendations, her story about why she got divorced came up, and It was touching, it was moving. I mean, unfortunately, her husband became a drug addict. Really good lifestyle, things like that. It wasn't like she was ghetto, but her husband kind of became ghetto. At first, it sounds like pain pills and then meth. Yeah, not good things. Not good things. Anyways, this is about the time that I started slowing down Hefe Speaks. And for the record, I'm dropping that. I don't like the format. I tried. But one of the things that ended up happening after this lady put that initial video, she finally started doing a series of videos that kind of explained in more detail things that she hadn't talked about yet. And, you know, she'd done this YouTube channel for years, and, you know, it was a year and a half at this point that, you know, she had divorced her husband rather big time. Like, she ended up going to move in with her mother for like 3 months or something like that. I forget what the exact thing was. But that got me onto an idea. Show of hands, who knows my whole story from California to Arizona to now? Like, do you know the trigger? Do you really think you know the trigger as to what happened? Or do you understand why I quit Bloodleaf and Tech Services Phoenix? I'm not sure even my former business partners fully understand. No offense to you, Jake, but you don't. And in fact, really the offense should be on me. I have a hard time, without sounding preachy, tell my stories. So kind of taking a cue from Candid Mommy, I want to go ahead and, not so much in a preachy way, but actually talk about what happened going all the way back about 5 years now. So kind of what I brought up on my computer was I have this like huge list of topics, and what I'm going to do, I've got this free time again, accidentally. And if you're just joining us, that was Coughing Fit number 2. This time I got cough syrup and a cough drop. Stop being gross. So now that I have all this free time again, what I want to do is actually, not so much preachy, but it end up being the story weaver that I have been. I mean, I love telling stories. I love making stories. You know, fictional ones, mind you. But in this case, this is be autobiographical. What I'm going to do is, and this is going to be lengthy, because, you know, as it stands, if I go back over to this, God, I don't think I've gone into everything. I probably have like 20, 30 topics, kind of in chronological order. Some are, you know, subtopics. Anyways, so there's 20, 30 topics. I don't know if I could get into every one of them at length. You know, yeah, because what would that be? 10 minutes each, let's say 300 minutes. What was that, 5 hours or some stupid shit like that? But no, some of them might be short, some of them I may put together and just kind of, you know, blast through them or something like that. Though some I really need to go in depth. And part of it is, I realized with Hefe Speaks, or what was born out of Hefe Speaks, is I'm holding in a lot of things in my brain that I don't think anyone's heard. I mean, I have gigs of audio files that were me talking while I was in the car driving to work, because I had a 45-minute drive each way. And born out of that was FA Speaks, but I didn't like the format. Something else that's been born out of it is I've been holding on to a lot of things, and I just need to get it out. And the only way that I can do that is talking about it, and there's not a right person that can hear everything. Except that right there. That camera. Because weirdly enough, if I take out the human factor, I can talk for hours. And I know this, like I said, I have gigs of audio files on me. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take some time. Probably, I may try for 5 minutes of subject and then kind of splice them together into bite-sized 2 or 3 topics at once. So this isn't obviously the start of it. This is, I'm still want to do regular blogs. I'd actually set up for the past couple weeks, but I've been too damn sick to do what I call Saturday morning breakfast. And that's kind of what this is, even though it's like 2 in the afternoon, 2:30 right now. What I wanted to do was make a kind of just a Saturday morning chit chat over coffee or some shit like that. Like I said, I had actually, pulled myself together to do it. This is the first time in like 3 weeks I've been well enough to record. One of the things I think with this project, I'm just going to call it, an autobio. I don't know what exact name I'll have for it yet. Maybe Taking Up Roots, since that's kind of what I did up until today. Or from then all the way to today, rather. Try to get the words right. And just end up getting all this out of my stall. I may, switch around some names in it. Some of them I'm not. Because I'm holding on to a certain level of hate. That's what I'm hoping to get out. I mean, I really am. Hate for getting pissed off at certain things, but not at others until it's far too late. Hate for certain people, though I think they're deserving of it. Another coughing fit. Even with a cough drop there. I need to get this stuff out. And I think it's auspicious that I quit on a new moon, rather. Kind of new birth and, growing up and out. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is also the solstice of all things, the 21st, which is really when I had, made my decision that Sunday. So I worked Sunday to Thursday, and but the 22nd is when I basically had to quit, and I threw out that email at like 10, and they called me at like 4:30, something like that. So I barely dodged the bullet on technically being fired. Technically I quit. Because I knew some actions were going to come down from missing, Practically 2 weeks worth of work. I'm like looking at the calendar now. I was closer to 2 weeks, and then counting this week as well, I would have missed because while I'm trying to talk, I end up having to get cough syrup here. So, anyways, what I really want to do is actually get kind of a comprehensive off of my chest setup. Just get it out. So hopefully you guys are up for the adventure because it's going to be one. I don't know how well it's going to work. We'll see. And maybe through some catharsis, I'll end up, getting over some of the things I really need to right now. So I guess just past that, be expecting those probably in the new year. I think that is probably going to be a resolution for me, is to get through this list. I mean, hell, I can sit there and record like 3 or 4 a day. Or more. I mean, even if I did an hour and then just switch subjects. Yeah, that might work. Anyways, I guess with that, this is El Jefe, and I'll see you later.